Good day everyone, I am Joy Yolene Presado and I am going to discuss one of the basic forms of escape from taxation, which is shifting of tax burden, and some important concepts under this basic form. So shifting is the transfer of the burden of a tax by the original payer or the one on whom the tax was assessed or imposed to someone else. The process by which such tax burden is transferred from the statutory taxpayer to another is without violating the law. It should be borne in mind that what is being transferred here is not the payment of tax, but the burden of tax. It should also be noted that only indirect taxes may be shifted and not direct taxes. There are three ways in shifting the tax burden: the forward shifting, backward shifting, and the onward shifting. Forward shifting happens when the tax burden is transferred from the factor of production through the factors of distribution until it finally settles to the ultimate purchaser or consumer. For example, the manufacturer or the producer may shift the tax assessed to the wholesaler, and in turn, the wholesaler may shift the tax to the retailer, and the retailer may shift the tax assessed to the ultimate purchaser or consumer. Next is the backward shifting. Backward shifting is the opposite of forward shifting. It happens when the purchaser or the consumer shift the tax to the manufacturer and back to the factor of production. For example, the purchaser or the consumer may shift the tax imposed on him by purchasing the products only when it reduced its price, and the wholesaler may shift the tax to the manufacturer. And we have also the onward shifting, in which there are two or more, or shifting is or happens two or more times, may it forward or backward. Thus, retailer or the purchaser may shift the tax to the retailer, and that consists of one shift. And when the retailer shifted to the tax to the wholesaler and to the manufacturer, that means two shifts, and when the manufacturer shifted the tax to the back to the manufacturer back to the wholesaler, then that consists of 3 shifts. Okay, so let us come to the related concepts of under shifting of tax burden. So we have the concept of impact of taxation, the concept of incidence of taxation, and the relationship of impact taxation, shifting of tax burden, and the incidence of taxation. But first, we must understand what is an statutory taxpayer. So an statutory taxpayer is the one on whom the tax was assessed or imposed. He is therefore the subject of the tax. Okay. So impact of taxation is the point in which the tax is originally imposed. Okay? While the incidence of taxation is the point wherein the tax burden finally settles, or it is the effect of the shifting of tax burden. Okay? So the impact of taxation, the shifting of tax burden, and the incidence of taxation are interrelated in such a way that impact of taxation is the initial phenomenon wherein the tax rests on the original taxpayer, and then finally it is shifted to another by way of forward, backward, or onward shifting. And incidence of taxation is the result wherein the tax burden finally settles. So those are the important concepts in which in order for us to be able to understand shifting of tax burden as one of the forms of escape from taxation. Thank you very much.